Kazui Kurosaki is the new most powerful character in Bleach. Bleach Future in the Dark Part 2. Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of Bleach Future in the Dark. This is a series on this channel where I will be giving you guys my own theories that revolve around every aspect of the new generation of Bleach kids. These theories will be covering their Zanpakuto's powers and abilities, and with each video we'll be drawing close to the ultimate dark conclusion. So subscribe if you don't want to miss a part. In today's episode, I will be going through my theory on why Kazui is literally the strongest character in the Bleach world. But before we start, I would like to address two things. The first one is that in the video of the previous episode of this series, which was on Ichigo and Zanpakuto, some people commented that the way Ichigo came into Kazui's room isn't special because it's the same way Rukia did in the first chapter of Bleach, and that claim is easily debunked by the fact that Kubo shaded the black circle to show that it was being hit by light from the lamp, which confirms that it is indeed circular and independent of the wall. So my theory is still valid and stands. And the second thing is, I would love to ask you guys if you'd want a Bleach podcast from me and my Bleach friends. If you do, then let me know in the comment section. And with that out of the way, let us begin. Kazui Kurosaki is the son of Ichigo and Orihime. Some would say that his father Ichigo is the strongest man in the world, and his mother Orihime possesses a power that is capable of defying and overthrowing the realm of gods, as stated by Aizen. Kazui is a down-to-earth child whose curiosity is a little bit out of hand. Kazui's standard feature is his orange hair, which he inherited from his father Ichigo, but that's not the only thing he got from Ichigo as well, as we will see later on. Kazui was the first child of the new generation who was introduced to us. He appeared first in the last pages of the second last chapter of Bleach and had an interaction with the wizard Hiyori. And it's here where we get the first interesting fact about Kazui. In that interaction, Kazui had somehow found his way into Hiyori's premises, and when Hiyori confronts him, he evades her, and it's revealed that Kazui is actually really fast, as he was able to easily outrun Hiyori, who is comparable to the likes of Rose and Love Aikawa. Hiyori even notes that Kazui is a speedy little bugger. In some translations, she says that Kazui runs like the wind. If we were to take that literally, the highest speed of wind recorded is 113 meters per second, which translates to 253 miles per hour. But since this is Hiyori saying that, and Hiyori is a few hundred, if not thousands of times faster than the speed of light, it's absolutely right to assume that Kazui Kurosaki at just 8 years is a little bit over the speed of light. For those who don't know, light speed is at 299,792,458 miles per second. So as we have just seen, at just 8 years old, Kazui Kurosaki is already a superpowered human being. But that's nothing compared to what's to come. In the last chapter of Bleach, it's revealed that in Soul Society, there is unrest because the vestiges or the remnants of the defeated king of the new world, Yuha, was starting to erupt. This situation even required the attention of several captains of the Gotei 13 who could do nothing but watch. At the same time in Karakuro town, we are taken into Kazui's room where something unusual just appeared. In the home of Ichigo himself, in Kazui's room, some of Yuha's powers appear there. Remember what I said about Kazui having an out-of-hand curiosity? Well, he carelessly touches Yuha's powers, and immediately, and I mean immediately, he touches them. The powers that were in Soul Society completely disappear. And not only the powers but the entire presence of Yuha, which was all over the universe, disappears. Even Aizen, who was in Avicii or the 8th and final level of Mugen, sensed the disappeared presence of Yuha. This is actually really important because Mugen is completely closed off from the outside world, so the fact that Aizen was still able to sense Yuha's powers from all the way down there should tell you that the remnants of Yuha's powers were just that powerful, and all that power is now in Kazui Kurosaki. Yes, Kazui now has the powers of Yuha the Almighty. Why do I say that with confidence? Well, for one, Yuha's powers all over the universe disappeared as soon as Kazui touched them. But then you may say that he could have just destroyed them. No, if captains like Byakuya and Kenpachi couldn't destroy Yuha's powers, why would Kazui be able to do that? As much as I believe Kazui is powerful, he still dims in comparison to the power of Kenpachi and Byakuya and all the captains in Soul Society. So no, Kazui is far too weak to be capable of doing something like destroying the powers of Yuha. So the only logical assumption is that Yuha's powers lodge themselves inside Kazui, and this is supported by two things. The fact that that Yuha's powers, of all places, chose to appear inside Kazui's room, and secondly, the fact that Kazui Kurosaki is still alive after interacting with Yuha's powers, which were so powerful that Aizen could sense them from Muken, which is literally a dimension in itself, and they were also so powerful that captains like Byakuya, who I don't have to remind you, Byakuya is easily the top 3 strongest captains in Soul Society, they were still wary of that power. That means that those powers were so powerful that they could have easily eradicated Kazui Kurosaki from existence. Also, that those powers appeared to Kazui means that they have their consciousness, which is Yuha. With Kazui now possessing the power of Yuha, he is automatically one of the strongest characters in Bleach at just 8 years old. With those powers, Kazui's Quincy blood has been amplified. He will be capable of using every single Quincy ability with no difficulty, and now that he has Yuha's powers, he can even use the Quincy abilities exclusive to Yuha alone, like the Sanct Bogen, the Blood Artery of Eben, and even Sanct Altar, which will make him capable of stealing other people's powers and abilities. Kazui Kurosaki on paper is seriously overpowered, and I cannot say that enough. He has access to all of Yuha's arsenal. With the power of Yuha inside of him, he can even use the Stan Ritter's shifts. He'll become unkillable with a miracle, he'll control causality with a balance, and will be capable of doing much more, including with the visionary. To make it worse, it's highly probably that he will also or has the Almighty, which is the most powerful ability in all of Bleach. With it, he will see every future and change any of those futures as he so desires. He will see everything and know everything, in every sense of the words. Kazui Kurosaki is the new Quincy King and God of the New World. Now Kazui, with those powers, together with Ichigo's abilities to open gateways to other dimensions and multiverses, as I said in my previous video, will finally uncover the mystery of the first Soul King and where he comes from. We already know that the Bleach world has its gods and creators, and Kazui and Ichigo will be the key to unveiling these gods. Of course, none of this will be easy because Yuha too has his plan for Kazui. That's why he appeared in his room and lodged himself inside Kazui. Yuha's plan is to use Kazui to free his sealed remains in the Ryokyu, and after he regains his power, he will attempt to fulfill his original plan of rewriting the universe, and also fulfill his promise to Ichigo and Rukia, his promise of hunting them in their happiest moments. But do not worry, he won't succeed, as Ichigo together with the others will launch a plan to stop him and save Kazui, but that won't be necessary as Kazui is strong and will eventually be able to fully control Yuha's powers and shut him off. With this power, we will see new adventures undertaken by Kazui and Ichigo. And that's it for this episode. In this episode, I decided to cover the possibility of Kazui Kurosaki having Yuha's powers. In the next episode, we will look into Kazui's native powers and abilities like his Zanpakuto and the abilities he's inherited from Ichigo and Orihime. So be ready for that. As always, subscribe to the channel to never miss a part. I plan on doing more series like this throughout the year until we receive the Bleach anime. So subscribe if you wanna go on this adventure with me. It's gonna be hype, guys. I promise you. If you're enjoying this series, please make sure to give the video a like, and also again subscribe to the channel to never miss a part. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.